Okay, I fell asleep. I'm sorry. So now you see what I look like when I wake up. All right, I want to talk to you about this before everybody wakes up. What the hell do I mean by illegal test subject? This is not fit for children, and I'm an evidence-based chick. When you go through life and people are like, you're a liar and things like that, it really screws with you. It does. I guess that's where people pleasing and things like that came in. So I might dye my hair purple today. I love purple. I'm not gonna cry. I won't cry. I'm still kind of numb from almost 2 weeks ago. So we're operating on the assumption, because I really did not know, that I had major depressive disorder. I didn't know about the abnormal variants, congenital heart defect. I just thought I was going to Iraq. I was serving my country. There was an explosion. My head hit the flight line. And in 2008, I underwent level 2 traumatic brain injury screening in Alabama. There are 4 to 5 pages of cognitive defects, but not like Alzheimer's or dementia. It had to do with speech, processing, speed, and things like that. And you might say, well, how do you have all this education? Believe it or not, I used an ADA accommodation. That's how. Okay? And I'm smart, but I still had to have help. One of the schools actually got in trouble for violating it. So when I get to Oklahoma City, there was a doctor. She's not convicted. She has her license to screw other veterans over, probably. And she's female. This is why I struggle with women. They don't know how to be quiet. They repeat things that are not true. And gossip and slander reflects poorly on you, but it hurts the person you're gossiping about. Why don't you just come and talk to us? You ever try that? It's hard being isolated. We don't want what you have. We don't want your husband. We don't want your boyfriend. We're trying to function and live in a world that is inalienable, cutthroat, and people's lives are so boring. All they do is know how to gossip and make up things. Okay? So if you drink a gallon of water a day, you'd be too busy peeing to talk about somebody else. I recommend it. Your kidneys will thank you. So I get to Oklahoma City, VA. I was diagnosed with complex partial seizures in Alabama by a civilian. The VA, in their decision, said that I could not have traumatic brain injury because the U.S. Army Criminal Investigation Division said that I wanted to be hurt. And that's what we're going to go with. I have all this in writing. So I have crossed hairs with local law enforcement. When I mean local, I mean like your beat cops. That's what I call them, beat cops. Beat cops is like Winter Haven Police, Oklahoma City Police. Most sheriff's departments are trained different. They're more educated. There's some bad deputies. Some of them are out of shape, and I don't like it because they use their body to enforce the law. I had to be in shape, and I think they should do the same thing. So, but that's my opinion. I can't say that publicly. Anyway, you don't see Secret Service running around with Kentucky Fried Chicken protecting the president, right? Okay, right. And I watched the Secret Service a great deal. So The United States Criminal Investigation Division and I had a long, lengthy battle. They had an analyst, and I trashed their analyst. Okay? I've been to the Pentagon. People like Pat Tamburino, he knows me. Major General Jeffrey Snow, he also knows me. Um, I don't think they mind me saying their names now because my name is clear. So, but when we were going through it, it was nasty. They tried to put a female agent with me, a special agent, out of Quantico. It didn't go very well. And the VA used the police to deny me services. So one day I get a call and I'm at home and they said, "You're not a veteran anymore and we're canceling all your appointments." They took all my medicine away. And I was young. I didn't understand due process. I didn't understand that when the Veterans Health Administration, Veterans Benefit Administration wants to take something from you, you have the right to due process. Do you understand that? As a veteran, you have that right. And I did something that I regret. At that time, my ex-husband wasn't where he is right now. He's more calm, not as angry, tries to talk through things, and he keeps his hands to himself. You read between the lines. Do you understand that? So, the VA social worker called and just made a really cutthroat move. It's in the court filings. So I was told that I could have mental health treatment for the injury that they said I didn't have. There was these two ladies who actually told me I wasn't a veteran anymore. Approached me in the hallway and says, "We want you to be a part of this traumatic brain injury study." I'm not putting it together at that time. And I said, "Sure." How can you be eligible for a traumatic brain injury study to service connect thousands of veterans when you can't get treatment because the police said you wanted to be harmed due to a faulty investigation? I learned last year around the same time that I learned about the genetic disorder that I was sold for $5,000. And when I say sold, I mean they got $5,000 from the university to put me in the study while denying me health care. And they used that data to service connect thousands of veterans while telling me, "You're a liar and you can't have traumatic brain injury," when my paper says that I have traumatic brain injury secondary to sexual assault. This is what socks the conscience. I'm going to find out. I might not have a lot of help, and people usually come around after I figure it out, and that's okay. Because it's a lot. People want to say, "Oh, they have mental health problems." Wouldn't you? If you found out that your government says, "Oh, you wanted to be harmed, we're going to take your health care away, not give you due process, make you be evicted, but then we're going to get $5,000 cash money to get data off of your brain when we know you have the injury, but we're not going to give you any medicine. We're not going to help you." The VA is repeating that by not giving me the genetic testing that I need and lying to me on the phone. It's really hard to take. But they say, "You matter." Do I really? How do you treat me? Same nurse told me in my medical record that she communicates, but she goes on and on. She's an attention seeker. After I read that in 2016, I shut down. I started trying to treat myself medically. because going for help, you're an attention seeker. Take care.